So what do you call yourself? Welcome to the LaTangela Show. Hey.
Yeah, what can I do for you this fine day?
This is your destiny. Hot, hot, hot.
Right now.
Welcome to the LaTangela Show.
Kick it.
Come on in and enjoy yourself.
Right now.
We gon' party like no one else. Welcome to the LaTangela Show. My mic sounds nice. What about yours?
Check one.
You know what? Wait. Can you do that again? We have none other than the Zydeco Boss, Keith Frank, in the hot seat and on the tan line. How are you?
I'm great. Pleasure to be here.
Listen, I appreciate you so much for taking time out of your schedule to join me today, because I know that you have been busy and you're getting busier by the day.
This is an honor to be here. Thank you for having me.
Anytime. Think of this as an extension of your office. So whenever you have something going on, look, Tan, I need to swing by, or just do a walk by. And I got you. You walk past the glass, I shall harass. Look, 'tis the season. Festivals are happening.
Yes, indeed.
Outside is open, and the party don't start till you walk in. So I've been on the gram stalking, trying to see where we're going next. Rumor has it it's the biggest show of the year, but I got questions that need answers before we get there. Just mark your calendars, September 2nd. Know it's all the way up. But Keith, you've been doing this for a while. You are brilliant at what you do. You are so consistent at what you do. But this is like who you are, and it's in your blood. You couldn't hide from this if you tried. But how did you know that music would be more than just an outlet, more than just a hobby? This is your gift to the world and your legacy. How did we get here?
Actually, when I was a kid, I hated it.
Get out of here.
Yeah, didn't want to do it at all. I wanted to be like the rest of the kids and outside playing and, doing stuff like everybody else. But, I was the one that had to go and, perform with my dad on the weekend. And,
Yeah.
My dad had, musicians are notoriously undependable sometimes. So, I mean, it's nothing like having somebody that can hold it down in the house, eating your food. Can't really say no at that point. So,
Cannot.
Yes. Pretty solid employment at that point. And that's pretty much how I got started. I started playing drums with my dad. I was playing at 3 and started kind of going into clubs at 6.
Wait a minute now. Hold on. They got to have some kind of child labor laws against this. We got to feed you, says the Bible and the law. So I started beating the pots and pans and drums at 3, but by 6, I was a professional in the club doing what needed to be done. Like, what?
Well, I don't know about professional, but I was there. I was there asleep on my mom's shoulder just in case anything happened and they needed me.
I love it.
So, yeah. So sometimes people would get there late and I had to start the gigs and, So I recorded with my dad. I was, I think, 7.
Nice.
The first time I was on drums and recorded with him when he did his recording back in the early 80s.
Yeah. But, you say that it was just a way of life. I was an in-house musician, so to speak. So it happened. But when did it hit you that this bug, I don't even want to escape it at this time. When did you fall in love with the performance, with the art of the art?
When it was taken away.
Say that again?
When it was taken away. As much as I hated it growing up, it was a time when my dad started to work 2 jobs and couldn't perform anymore.
Okay.
And just sitting at home and realizing that I was kind of like everybody else at that point.
Go outside and play all you want.
Yeah. What I wanted, I didn't want. So
That's deep.
It made me unique. I was the only one, pretty much in all of my class and, the little circle that I had that could do what I was doing.
Yeah.
So when my dad started working and it was taken away from me and we couldn't do it every weekend, then I realized it was me.
I got to get this show back on the road.
Yeah.
Pops, he got to work, but this is who I am and what I love. And to hear you say, I didn't really realize what I had until it's gone.
Yeah.
Until it left, until I became what I wasn't.
Yeah. Yeah, pretty much.
You haven't slowed down since, though. I tell you that.
I slowed down during the pandemic. I stopped for 2 years.
And with that time, I think that was the most time I've ever spent with myself, right? And as an artist, sometimes we find our inspiration or even mask a lot by being able to stay with the consistency of going and not sitting still. But when you sit still and that silence grew so loud, how did you create? How did you keep that level of creativity?
I really didn't. Truth be told, I didn't do a whole bunch during the pandemic musically. I did a lot of work, a lot of manual labor.
Okay.
Things that probably would have never gotten done, and things that I needed to teach my kids. I had a chance to do that during the pandemic, so
That's
I
nice.
don't regret the time off. I really enjoyed my time off, and it was just without playing on the weekend. It was like one long week. So the
Right.
weekend never came. But I really enjoyed it because I hadn't had that ever.
Yeah.
Pretty much. So.
At 3 years old, I was a professional in this house. I was doing what needed to be done. Pots and pans, bring me the forks. I'll play with them if I have to, But this is a family business for you because even still, as I watch you perform, as I watch you do all of these shows, now I got to have my fangirl moment, right? Because I'm a fan first, friend always. Keith, you and your family, y'all will show up and you're that guy that gets there early. You watch everyone else perform. You pay attention to the sound. You will rearrange speakers to make sure that the sound is where it needs to be. Your family hits the stage and everybody goes into we're here to do what needs to be done to create this environment mode. And then it's showtime. Like, that's not a job. That's a work ethic. That's inherited. That's a trait that you can't teach.
Yeah, dictatorship is probably what the band would say. But
I was trying to say that softly.
It does seem to work out, whatever it's called. It does seem to work out pretty good. And the biggest thing the biggest drawback of the pandemic for me was not being able to be with my family every weekend.
Yeah,
because I had been with my family since, August of 1990, pretty much every weekend.
Wow.
Yeah, very, very little breaks during that time. So sister, brother, and in the early days, my mom was always everywhere we went.
Yeah.
And just not seeing them, was strange. That hurt.
Yeah, it's a different dynamic.
Yeah, but with COVID, we were so terrified. I, would see my dad and we would talk across the yard, but I'd call him on the phone so we could hear each other.
Uh-huh.
We could see each other, but we couldn't engage just because I didn't want to risk the chance of getting him sick.
Yeah.
So that was pretty strange.
Wow.
It was pretty strange. Yeah.
It was a new norm, and the sense of being secure with just being in our day-to-day activities. It makes you rethink life. It makes you appreciate things so much more. And now you're able to really highlight your favorite, the music, the performance, and even some of those who inspired you as an artist. There's this big festival that's coming up Saturday, September 2nd. It's the Creole Renaissance Festival. It's taking place in Rayne, Louisiana. What is that? I think it's the bullfrog capital of the world.
The frog capital.
The frog capital. And let me tell you how I found out. I told our regional vice president, I said, today I get the opportunity to interview the Keith Frank. And he said, well, why are you doing that today? I'm not in Louisiana. I'm not in Baton Rouge today. I was like, hey, man, I'll send you the video. You'll be able to catch up, right? But he goes fishing a lot, and he passed through Rayne. He said, now, did you know that it's the frog capital of the world? I was like, Pat, how do you know that? Signs everywhere. So you learn something new every single day. But with this lineup, Keith, you have something that is near and dear to your heart. Not only are you hitting the stage, which is a fave for me, along with the Swallow Zydeco Band, you have heavy hitters. Tell us a little bit about who all is performing, and even what does it mean to have some of these people coming back for this tour, this September 2nd show?
Well, first and foremost, my father, how we all got started. He's on this one.
Love it.
He was there last year, first time ever. I'd been doing the festival for many years, and he was always in Rhode Island somewhere on that weekend.
Yeah.
So we finally got a chance to get him on the show. We performed and we recorded as a family. And my dad recorded a CD not too long after that. We recorded as a family, and it came out last week.
Congratulations.
Yeah, he was 75, so the CD's called 75.
I love it.
Yeah, he hadn't recorded since 2001, so it's been about 21
Get out of
years.
here.
Yeah.
You done brought your daddy out of retirement?
Kind of semi-retirement, I guess you could say. So, but it's just good to have, Dad on board.
And he'll be debuting that, though. I mean, because if he just finished recording his album, he'll be there at the festival on the 2nd, performing it for the first time. So, hey, be a part of history.
Yeah. We got Corey Broussard, Rosie Ledette, Gerald Grunig, a good friend of mine, Step Rito, and J. Paul.
I love it.
Yeah. So it'll be definitely something to see.
Now, you got all the heavy hitters coming through, but one thing about your shows is that it's so family oriented. And when people come out, they bring their families, they meet new friends that become like family. It's an experience. So what should we expect when we get there in Rayne, Louisiana? We're gearing up for this show, the Creole Renaissance Festival. What should we expect at this festival?
Like we said, it's a family friendly event. It's a safe event. Safe enough for my kids, so definitely safe enough for your kids.
I like that.
And, we got things for the kids to do. We got some bounce houses and a few little different things for the kids to do to kind of keep them occupied. We got things for the adults. We got food. We got, drink and all that good stuff, and plenty of good Zydeco music and Creole culture.
Now, when you talk about the Creole culture, if you had to pick some of your favorites outside of music, what is it?
Oh, the Creole culture? Looking at my figure, it would be the food. Definitely
you can't go wrong with the food.
Definitely the food.
And we are known around the world for our music and our food. And that's what we celebrate life with. If we're happy, we're celebrating with the food and the music. If we're sad, we're celebrating with the food and the music.
Exactly.
Hey, it's a way of life, and you have been a soundtrack of our lives for many years, and you're still going strong because technically you're still just warming up.
Thank you. I am. You're right. I am just getting started.
If you had to pick, and I know I shouldn't ask, as an artist, you're not supposed to have your favorite song, just like as a parent, you're not supposed to have your favorite kid. But, I mean, favorites are favorites, and you do. So if you had to pick your favorite song out of all the Keith Franks, like, what would it be and why? Boop, 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 boop.
I don't think I made it yet. I don't think I've made it yet.
Really?
So, yeah, I mean, every new project I have a favorite or, a few favorites on there. But I mean, of the ones that I can say that are closest to my heart, probably a song called Uplifting. And it would be, I don't think it would be second. I think it would be they'd be both at the top of my list.
Okay.
Overcome would be definitely at the top of the list, just because that was my mom's favorite.
Oh, I love it. I love it.
Uplifting was my gift to her. She was in the hospital 2011.
Yeah.
And, what do you get for somebody that has everything,
Yeah.
She had everything she ever wanted. All she had to do was think it, and we took care of it,
Yeah.
Just
That's a blessing in itself.
Yeah. So I did a song, and then that one was for her. It's called Uplifting. So those two probably be the top of the list.
I love it. Can we expect anything new from you? If you said you haven't written your favorite, so to speak, as of yet, I got questions that need answers. Are you going to give me the inside scoop?
I'm working right now.
Okay. That makes me happy.
I'm currently writing, working on new music. Hadn't released any new Zydeco stuff since, February 2020?
Yeah, it's been a while, and we need something now. We need it.
Yeah, I did some...
a teaser, a single, or something.
Yeah, I did some Southern Soul Swing Out LA 26 stuff during the pandemic, but this will be the first Zydeco back, so...
I like it. Yeah. Now, if you need me to, I'll donate you some pens and some pads just to give you some inspiration. What else you need? You need some candles? Like, what does a writing session with Keith Frank look like? Are you sitting at the house with, like, your favorite ink pen? Because I could keep my favorite ink pen, like a special color paper, because you see how today I use my green paper. It matches your shirt. Who knew? So what does that look like for you? You got candles? You got sports playing in the background?
No, I got prayer and work.
Okay, I like it.
I mean, the first one back is always the hardest, getting that groove going again, and, just writing about stuff that is relevant.
Yeah.
Is, sometimes a challenge, because, I mean, you can write about something relevant and you find yourself having to write about it again because it was something unfinished, and trying to figure out a way to say it where people catch it and where people think it's cool. Can be a challenge, but
I'm glad that you said that, though. When you talk about things that are trendy and things that are relevant, do you ever feel the pressure to stray away from your approach in order to be a part of the new, or to have it relevant in like this instant gratification of a world, right? Whether it's from trending topics, whether it's from a hashtag and a retweet, people aren't really looking for substance. They're looking for instant gratification. In your writing as an artist, do you ever feel tempted to just say, okay, I'm going to do this one now, because even if it's bubblegum, it's a hot topic, versus being, this is the tradition, this is my substance?
My superpower has always been not following the trend, being the trend.
I like it.
So, I prefer setting the trend than trying to follow a trend.
Absolutely.
So, because once people are over that, it's like, well, then it's old news. Regardless of, how new it may be for you, once they stop using that language, or they stop talking about that topic, it's done.
Yeah.
So let me talk about something that everybody's going to talk about for the rest of their lives. Let me make songs that'll be played at the family reunion. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That young kids can get into, that grown folks can get into, that more experienced folks. I'm not going to say old folks. I'm going to say more experienced
More
folks
seasoned and experienced.
Yeah, seasoned. That's a good word.
Going back to the spice of life.
So I prefer, just kind of putting my lot in on that mindset.
Absolutely. Yeah. And for this festival, we're going to come out there and we're going to get a taste of Keith Frank and a taste of all of those who inspired you growing up. I mean, your dad is going to be on this show performing. Yeah. Like, if we can't get it from the original, you know what I'm saying? And the family will be performing with him. And this is going to be amazing. If we want to grab those tickets in advance, how do we do that?
Go to CreoleRenaissance.com and you can get them online, or you can always pay at the door.
I like that too. Pay at the door or get them online, because that line gonna be wrapped around the building. I'm not trying to wait in that line, so I'm gonna go on right now, because I done tried to get to a Keith Frank show and call Keith. Hey Keith, it's me. I can't hear you right now. I'm about to go on stage, and I was like, I should have got that ticket in advance. New number, who this? Man, got to be more careful. What's that website again?
It's CreoleRenaissance.com.
There it is. Make it happen for yourself. And we'll see you in Rayne, Louisiana. Where are we going?
September 2nd, Rayne Civic Center, inside the cold AC, because it's way too hot to be outside.
Preach. That's a word. And it just resonated in my spirit. He said, we inside. What? We doing the Renaissance inside? You should have led the conversation with that. That's even better. Rayne, Louisiana, it's up. And I look forward to seeing you there September 2nd. It's a field trip. And I want you to think of this as an extension of your office. I'm not just saying it to be saying it. I need to see more of Keith Frank. I want to hear more music, and I cannot wait until we get your favorite, so I can be the first one to say, yeah, he told me this one right here was going to be his favorite, and we can share it with the world.
Thank you.
Now, I know you got more work to do, so I'm going to let you chase the sun or let the sun chase you. But either way, get after it. I love you, and there's absolutely nothing you can do about it.
Thank you.